Hi everyone, welcome back to another DIY. I'm going to make dashboards for my planner for spring. So we are almost mid-February right now, and I'm getting spring fever because it's been above zero for the last few days. It was 11 degrees Celsius yesterday. Today it's 8 degrees Celsius. Actually, it's 13 degrees Celsius yesterday. Feels like spring. So I want to start getting my planner ready. Although I won't be changing things up right away. I'm just feeling creative. So I'm gonna run with it. So I've got some paper here, some vellum, and some, I don't know what this paper is. It's like a, this is orchid rose, anyways, made in France. It's like a, it's soft, but it's like a cardstock. So I got a couple of neutral kind of colors here. And I think with these, I'm gonna make like a folder, and then these are going to be for dashboards. So if you guys remember, I have made quite a few dashboards out of sterling ink vellum, and they're just so beautiful. And although I absolutely love my current setup, I'll just move things around here. I do love my current setup in my planner. I'm using the Simple Stories scrapbook paper pad, and they're just so stunning and they're so beautiful. And I made little dashboard, dividers, dashboard dividers using scrapbook supplies, as well as details from the Simple Stories line collection. It's called Vintage Love Story, I think is what it's called. You can go to scrapbook.com if you are interested in it. It's just so stunning. The only thing is that the dividers themselves, because they're cardstock, the scrapbook paper, I laminated them, and it does add quite a bit of bulk to my planner. And although it opens and closes no problem, you can see, like, if these were flatter and didn't take up so much room, it would open, like, it wouldn't do that. It would stay flat. Not that that bothers me. It doesn't really bother me. But what I find is, let's say it's in my bag, or I'm just like, I'm in a rush and I'm grabbing multiple things and I go to grab my planner. I have really small hands. So sometimes I find this a bit hard to grip. So I just want to make it a little less bulky. I've been in this since the beginning of January. I will be in this until the end of February. So it'll be 2 full months with these beautiful dashboards. Who knows? I may even stay in them for March. I'm not really sure. Only time will tell. But in the meantime, I want to create some more dashboards with beautiful florals. Now, unfortunately, sterling ink is sold out of this print. This is from this print is from before I started getting her subscription kit. So, I don't mind this shape of tab. I used sticky tabs as a template and traced around it, but I actually prefer this size for my top and bottom tabs. So as you can see here, I have, so I like this size for my top and my bottom tabs. Hopefully you can see that. And then I do like this shape for the side tabs. It's more round, and these I got off of, some of these I got from Temu and some I got from Amazon. So I like this size and the roundedness. I like that for my side tabs. So that's what I'm going to, I use those as a template for these, and it's just like the perfect size. I love it. These ones here, I don't know, they're a little too small, I feel, and too pointy. So you can see I have one that's rounded here. So anyways, they're just mismatched. Like, I may use this in my dividers because I'm obsessed with this print. But anyways, I just wanted to show you previous ones that I've done. And so what I did was I did a pretty big order from Sterling Ink, and I purchased a lot of these vellums again, so that I could recreate and make them the way that I want. So I have this print. I basically chose my favorites. So these two are the same. This just doesn't have the background elements. Okay, and we have this one. And I absolutely love this. Oh, they're so pretty. And then this is from September. So luckily I still have this that I didn't use, but that's this print here, just without the elements. Oh, love that so much. Okay, so we've got those to work with. There's another that I can use. And then September, I had to order, again, the September ones, because I would say these are my absolute favorite, the September ones with the pink roses. I'm obsessed. All right, and then I ordered the ones from, this is from October? No, this was from September, I think. So I ordered those again too, because so beautiful. Okay, so that's what I have to work with. I do have January's here, but I like it, but I don't love it to have in my planner as a dashboard. I just, you know me, I love my florals. Here's another one here. Let me take that out. Because if I already have some that are cut, I'm not going to cut into, I'm not going to cut into the full sheets until I have to. Okay, now, so yeah, those are the dashboards I'm working with. I'm sorry, vellums I'm working with. So these will be for my dividers, I think. And here's ones that I already cut out, but I cut them out and forgot to do the tab. So I was like, damn it. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. I may just leave them as is and just have them in my planner for deco. So I'll set those aside. Okay, so then, so here's another one. So I could reuse this one because this is the shape and size that I already like. So that could be my first one. So I want to reuse what I can out of the ones I've already made. So we'll see. Let's see how we can make this work. But I also really love how I made some dividers myself with just vellum and putting the stickers on. I really like how that looks too. So when I ordered the vellums, I also ordered more stickers. So these are all of my sterling ink stickers that I have in here that I've just been, you know, the ones that I don't use in my journaling, the leftovers, those are all in here. Yeah, so these are ones I didn't use. These are from September. So yeah, I'm going to be using the stickers as well to create some dashboards. I did order more of the September ones, so here they are here. Just the main ones that I thought I would use in my project. So I ordered those. Okay. And I don't think I ordered any of the small ones. Those are just what came with the kit. So I think this might be all of September. Not really sure. Anyways, and then I ordered more of this one because I'm just like, that's what I used with these, and look how beautiful they are. And I thought, well, I want to create more. So I ordered, I think I may have only ordered these two. And then I ordered another one of these. Oh, love these. So I ordered another one of these. This is from last spring sometime. And the idea here is that I want them to match the dividers. I forget what month these are from, but these are obviously popular because she didn't have a lot left, and she had none of the vellum left. And then we've got this one. So those are all new. These ones are all like used. So it's whatever's left is what's left. So, okay, so just kind of giving you a view of what stickers I have. These are all my transparent stickers, and then I have the paper ones in here to keep them separate, because I don't use the paper ones in any of my journals because they bulk up my page. So the paper ones I would use to make dividers. That's not supposed to be in there. So I did order, so these stickers, so these ones here, this is the paper version. So I ordered 2 of these, and this is the vellum that is part of that collection. Again, they're sold out. I'm really bummed about that. But yeah, I'm obsessed with those. Okay, so we have those, and then did I order any other paper? I don't think I ordered any other paper ones because I prefer the transparent because of the bulk factor, but I may use these in my creations. We shall see. Okay, so I'm going to set all of these aside for now. I didn't really pre-plan anything here, so hopefully this won't take me a long time. Whenever I've done projects like this, they can take me like 3 hours because they just take a long time. But I feel like I have more experience under my belt because I've done this several times now. So hopefully it'll be more seamless. So now let's see what I possibly can reuse out of these. Where was that goals one? So I feel like I can use this because of that. Or maybe not. Is that the same size? No, it is a bit too big. This is the size of tabs that I want. And the reason for that is because then I can see all 6 tabs. Instead of having bigger tabs where it's like you have 4 and then you have the other 2 behind, I like to see all 6 of my tabs. So this won't work. Okay. Now I know. Yeah, see? So that was that one. That was my CEO schedule. I think I have the other one. Where are my other ones? These are all the same size tabs. I didn't take all of them out, but I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, there would have been a 6th one, but they would have overlapped more. Anyways, it was my, kind of first attempt at that size. So I think they still look pretty good considering. And then we have all these ones here. So I don't know that I'll be reusing any of these because they're the wrong shape. I really want to use this though. We'll see. So that was schedule, that was notes. And then I had my top tabs. I mean, it's possible if I just trim around and make it more round. You know what I mean? Let's give it a try. The only potential issue is that I hope it doesn't split. It might not split because it is vellum. I laminated vellum, so it might be okay. But I'm not going to do this right away. I just realized, let me make my other ones first, just in case, because I don't want to mess with this if it doesn't line up with what I'm doing. So I'm going to need 6. Okay, so let's just set that aside for now. And, oh, here's my social one. I think this could be The only problem with this is I want them bigger on my top. All right. Now I'm going to need a template. So I want to just make sure that it's in the same position as my current ones. And also I have to take into account that once it's laminated, this will be a little bit bigger because there's going to be some overhang. Can you see that? Some overhang on top of the paper. So I need it to be smaller so that there's room for the overhang, but that's probably a little bit too small. So let's make that a little bit bigger. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to use this piece of paper as a template. Okay, so I think that is probably good. So I just took my existing dividers and try to line up the holes, right? Because once it's laminated and there will be a little bit of overhang, then hopefully everything will be the same height. But then these tabs are not exactly the same. Like even though they're the same height, see how there's not as much of the tab? So then that threw me off because I thought I'll just line them all up with this line, but then that didn't work. So I think this is as good as it's gonna get. Look at it from this side here so I don't see the different heights and sizes. I mean, unless I measure, it's like nearly impossible to get them to be the exact same spacing. But then once you have all of your pages in your sections, you're not really going to notice it, right? So I have to remind myself to not be so caught up with the perfect spacing and heights, because they're not going to be perfect anyways, because depending on how much, like for example, my third tab is my schedule and that's my biggest. So, and same with my CEO, those are my two biggest. It's not going to be, they're not going to be the exact same height, because the more things you have in your inserts, it kind of pushes, in your sections, it pushes your dividers, right? So that looks pretty good to me. Like this one definitely looks a lot lower, but I think it's because it's the very first tab and I don't have very much in there. So anyways, just a note to self, and if you decide to take on a project similar, try not to get so caught up in that, because again, you're not going to have all of your tabs on one sheet. They're going to be like separate dividers, so you're not really going to notice if they are not the exact same height. I want them to be as close as possible, but if they're off by a millimeter or something, it's fine. I'm just looking here. And yeah, I have two that aren't touching. So this one could be just a smidge higher. Okay. Yep, so that's touching now. anyways. These two are closer together than what I would like. So let me move this one over just a smidge. That's a little better. I think I made it go a little bit higher. Here I am telling you guys, don't worry about it. And then I'm like, wait. I've decided that I do want them to be a little bit lower. Because again, once they're laminated, they're going to be taller. And I don't mind overhang, but I don't want to have a whole lot of overhang. Much better. Okay, so that's my template for, oops, sorry, I knocked the camera, for my dividers. So I'm going to grab my pencil. Okay, one down. Okay, hang on a second. I have to decide which one do I want for which. I think I want this one to be my first tab. I love that index and all of this, but I'd have to go like this in order to get that on the front page. So I want to make sure, it's important to me to be able to have two dashboards for each vellum. So I don't want to chop up too much, if you know what I mean. Like I don't want it to be too choppy. So if I do this, I could use this strip as a bookmark or a page finder or something like that. So if I do that, if I have the index kind of in the middle, or maybe I'll have it over to the, because if I cut there, then I do still have like an actual sheet. I just don't have enough room if I did want to use it as a tab. So that's kind of sucks, doesn't it? I did kind of do that. I made this as like a front dashboard, but not a tab divider. And I wish I made it into a tab divider. But let's see, how much of this did I use? Okay, so I had it over this way quite a bit. And that way I still have a lot of room. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna have to do. So I will trace this. Just as an outline for now, because I'm gonna have to take into account that this is laminated. So I'm gonna have to make it just a tad bit smaller. You know what I realized I just did? I used the second tab. I want this to be my first tab. Pay attention. I'm glad I caught that. I don't know, there's something about the fact that it says index that I feel like it should be the first one. even though it's not an index, it's an actual section, but that's just what makes sense to my brain. I like it. And then these little scraps I will keep to use in journaling, like just to, you know, layer with them. So it's not a complete waste. All right, so to help this video go along, so it's not so long, because my DIYs after editing, like I usually, I round the corners before laminating, but I don't punch the holes before laminating, because once it's laminated, you have a little bit of overhang, and then try and put it back in your laminator, you're not going to be able to line up the holes. I learned that the hard way. So do your hole punching after it's laminated. Yeah, so to help this video go quicker, I'll probably just speed the rest of this up. I don't plan on talking through anything. I'm going to do exactly what I just did. I'm going to use this as my template for the rest. Oh, you know what? See, this is good that I'm double checking. I was using this to make sure that it was in line, forgetting that there's overhang here. But actually, no, this is fine. Yeah, this is fine because there is overhang. There's a little bit of overhang, which is good because once I laminate this, it'll be the same. So this, it's a tad bit wider than the paper. Why is it a tad bit wider than the paper? Let me test it out in my planner. Let's pretend it's hole punched. Let's go against a paper that's not laminated. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to trim anything off. Oh, actually. So yeah, a tad bit more can come off, just a tad. All right, now I'm ready. I just had to trim off just a smidge. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this as my template, make the rest of my dividers. I'm gonna speed it all up, and then I will share with you what they look like before I laminate them. So what I'm doing here is in my I want, this is like my favorite. And then the section that I'm in the most in my planner is my schedule. I'm in that every single day, several times a day. So I want something really pretty to look at. And this is my favorite. So here's what I'm thinking. Because I like to have my planning task cards in that section, I have these clear envelope adhesive pockets that I bought off of Amazon. And so I've got, I think this one's from Jane's Agenda, but anyways, I've got various sizes, but I did buy this particular size off of Amazon. I have a whole bunch. So I like to put them on the back. This was my first time doing this, and oh, it's been working so well for me. So I want to have these in the section that they're used, because I actually use these every day because they're in this section. So I don't have to pull anything out or go to a different area. So here is what I'm thinking. Instead of this being its own dashboard, because if I put the adhesive pocket on the back, you'll be able to see these through it. It's not that big of a deal, but I don't want to see that. So then I cut out a piece of vellum, and then I will just put this on top. That way, it's so faint, you can't really see them. So once I have my adhesive pocket on the back, and these are tucked in there, it's not so noticeable. So in case you were wondering, that is what I'm doing. So I originally was just going to do this and then put stickers on it, but then I thought, well, I don't want a stark white tab when all of the other tabs are going to have a print on them. So then I was like, okay, I'll just glue this on. I don't know, maybe it would make more sense for me to just do a whole sheet the exact same as this, and then I'm just cutting the tab once. That probably does make more sense, doesn't it? Because I'm going to have to cut the tab twice, and then it could affect the shape of that. Okay, I'm glad I talked this out with you. So that's what I'm going to have to do. Okay, I'm done my dividers, and I think I love them. So let's just quickly look through. So here's my first one. This is going to be my goals tab, and also where I keep like my, TV shows that I watch, and habit trackers. Okay, so that's going to be my first one. And my second one is my CEO tab. I just love the soft colors on this. And then my schedule section, which I have the vellum on the back, and you can't really see the tape, the glue tape. What is this called? This. which I'm happy about, because if this were more transparent, you would be able to see it, but who knows? Once it's laminated, it might be more visible. Hopefully not. So that's the schedule section. And then this here will be for notes. And this will be for stats, anything real estate related. And then this is my project. So I have a couple repeats. So for example, this one and this one are the same. This just doesn't have all the elements, okay? And then I have these two the same. And then this, these two are separate. Or not separate, but like I didn't double up on these ones. So what I'm going to be doing, so these are my tab dividers, and I'm going to be making 2 bottom tabs and 2 top tabs. And my thought on that is using the vellum and then using the stickers. And so it'll be the corresponding stickers that match these dividers. So everything is cohesive and matches. So I took out all of the stickers that relate to these dividers, and then that's what I'm going to do. But I'm thinking I may do that in a separate video, because I have been filming for about an hour and 20 minutes or so. So once I edit this down, it'll probably be about a half hour, and I feel like that's enough. And then so part 2 will be me making those top tabs and bottom tabs. And then if there is enough time, I will use these to make my pockets. We'll see. All right, so I'm gonna go laminate these. So, all right, everything is laminated. Now it is time to trim. So I put the 2 scraps, I guess you could say, on the top. So let's get everything trimmed, and then we'll take a look at how it all looks. Okay, here's the finished result. I love them. Okay, so I like how all 6 tabs, you can see all 6 of them, they all line up. And I think this is probably the most even I've gotten them. These 2 are a little close together. I don't know what happened there, but otherwise I'm very happy with those. Okay. And what I like about the ones that have the pattern is they're transparent, but not enough that you'll be able to see what's underneath. So here we go. So I round the corners before laminating them, and then when I round the corners after, it just, you know, it just looks so finished, looks so good. And with this one here, I added some stickers, because I figured my adhesive pocket will go here, and then my cards will go in it, and it'll cover, the cards are about that big, right? So it'll cover this whole part here. So just to have some little elements there peeking out, I think looks really good. And then here's this one. Just lovely. I'm so excited. Okay, so project number 1 is done. I have my dashboards for spring, and then next I will be making, I'm going to film this another time. I've been at this a while now, but I will be making some sub sections with the stickers and the vellum. And then what I was thinking with these bookmarks here, I don't want a whole bunch of page finders all in alignment, you know what I mean? Like they're all in the same spot throughout the planner. So what I was thinking of doing is, see how I have little page flags here to mark where I'm at? But what I'm thinking of doing is punching holes in these, and I have them sticking out just enough. So if I punch holes, see, for example, right there, then that will take me right to this section. Obviously, when the holes are in it, it won't move, but I don't know. I just thought that could be kind of cool. I've never done anything like that. Not that I need all 4, I don't, but I just figured I would laminate them because they were all the same. They happen to all be the same size. So then, and they all match, obviously, the dividers that I just made. And so it'll just have that cohesiveness. I don't know, we'll see. That's what I'm thinking of using these for. I'm not going to punch holes in them yet in case I change my mind, because I'm not moving, like I'm not setting my binder up with these just yet. So I still have time to decide what I'm going to be doing with them. And I think I'm going to keep this. I'm not going to take these off. I'm just going to keep this as a template so I don't have to do this every time I want to make dividers. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this DIY and it inspired you to, you know, make your own stuff for your planner, because it's fun and then it's personalized, right? And it just, I love making my planner more me. Yeah. So if you're new here, I hope you will consider sticking around and subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.